in here, yeah. Well, hello, somebody. Welcome back to Inside the Trenches. It's your host, Marlon, Big Favorite. I'm joined by my co-host, CL NOLA. Be sure to follow him at CL_NOLA. And you can follow your boy at Big Fave 504. And look, check this out. If you hadn't done so thus far, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button here on ESPN Baton Rouge. And, you know, if you want the nice short clips and the cool stories or CL's exclusive interviews, y'all be sure to follow Inside the Trenches with Marlon Favorite on YouTube. So hit the subscribe and like button on there as well. Well, like I said, it's football season is in full swing. And the other day I went to training camp, saw a good friend of mine out there, and I'm like, you know, we got to come on the show. So our next guest has worked with ESPN, NFL Network, worked here with the Saints, the Pelicans as well. My homie, my girl, Erin Summers. Let's welcome her to Inside the Trenches.
Thank you. Love being here.
Yes, indeed. Y'all be sure to follow her on Instagram at EE Summers. And tons of content. And if you want to know everything Saints and Pels, she the one. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'm excited. It was a long summer. You know, took a little break, but I was ready to get back into it. And it is hot. I heard you guys mentioning it. It is really hot out there, but so far the practices have been pretty short. So that's been beneficial for, I think, the players and for us as well.
Yes, and it has. And thankful to the Saints and their staff for making sure them tents out there for the fans, bottles of water all
Cool
over the
zone
place.
for everybody.
For everybody, you know. And I saw homie out there selling beers. I'm like, man, it's hot out here for the beers right now.
I mean, it's 9 a.m. People getting going.
It is New Orleans. We do turn up down here. So let's take it back. I know for the last few years I've seen you around with the Saints, working with Gus and those guys. But off air before we got started, you told me you went to UNC for college. So talk to our listeners about your college experience and what got you here to New Orleans.
Yeah, I always wanted to be around sports, but unfortunately I wasn't the most coordinated or athletic, kind of slow. I swam, which was my sport, and I played softball. But going to college, I wanted to get my degree in journalism. So I went to UNC Chapel Hill, studied there, and then went into working in sports right after that for a TV station and actually ESPN radio station in Raleigh, North Carolina. So kind of got started in that realm, did some TV sports coverage, went and did some hosting, some sideline, some analyst work, and kind of took the freelance route for a little while. And then COVID hit and everything was going away. So I was like, all right, let me see if I can get on with the team somewhere, get a more full-time job. And I emailed every single professional team, and the Saints were one of them that responded, and here I am.
Cool story.
That is a wild story. Wow. I didn't think of that.
That's mine.
I was like a little detective.
That's a great
I was
idea.
like figuring out everyone's email addresses, getting,
Wow.
you know, them sent back and trying a different one. So, yeah.
Wow.
Talking about getting it out the mud.
Yeah.
I like that.
Small to me. Makes sense to me. So we've all been to camp. I think you can see it written all over our faces. What can you say the difference is between last year's team and this year's team and energy-wise around camp?
I mean, this team is way more energized than we saw last year. And I think that Coach Kellen Moore came in and he said that everybody's going to have a clean slate from the coaches that come in, the players. We're going to kind of start from square one with everybody and build. And he talks about that every day. You know, we're building towards the success that we want to see day in and day out. But he is bringing the team all together. They're meeting as one. They spent a lot of time doing team activities during the off season, building that camaraderie. And you can see how much they enjoy being around each other. The other part of it is they all, to a T, have said they feel better at this point in camp than they ever have because of the way that Coach Moore has structured the practices. He has put in 2 hours after practice for the players to rehab and recover. So they have a break when they get done with practice until 1:30. And the O-line is taking it to watch movies. They said that they watched Happy Gilmore 2 a couple days ago, Blades of Glory. So, you know, all the classics, right? They're running down together. But again, spending time with each other. And then I've seen guys doing yoga. Obviously, they're hitting the tub, stretching, you know, taking that time to really take care of their bodies. And it's paying off.
It really is. And you can really appreciate that as a player because going from one thing to the next, you already have to get there super early in the morning, especially the guys that have to rehab. You have to spend that time. You have to eat. Most guys, especially the veterans, want to get that workout out the way, you know, and then hit the practice. And I think one thing recently for Coach Kellen playing in the NFL in recent times, he's a young coach, the youngest coach, if I'm not mistaken, in the NFL.
Yep.
So for him, he's really a player coach, so he understands what the guys are going through. Like when he was going through training camp as a quarterback, like, man, I wish I could do this. So like all his wishes are starting to come about. One thing that's a big topic out there, guys, has been the quarterback battle. He's been very fair with that. It's been equal reps for all the guys. This is real competition. I don't see any real favoritism. Your thoughts, Erin, on how the quarterback battle going?
Yeah, I mean, it was interesting because I think coming into the season, everybody assumed it was going to be either Spencer Rattler or Tyler Shuck, who they drafted in the second round this year. And Coach Moore quickly said, no, it's a 3-person competition, and they're including Jake Haener in that. And so far, all 3 have gotten reps with the first team, and they're continuing to rotate through. He said at least until the first preseason game against the Chargers, and then they'll reevaluate where they're at and maybe redistribute some of those reps. But Spencer has the most experience. He did start 6 games last year, didn't get a win, but he didn't really have a lot to work with either because everybody was injured. The team was decimated last season. And then Jake Haener got the start against the Commanders and then ended up getting benched at halftime. So didn't have a great outing, but he's always performed well in practice. You've seen moments from all 3 so far throughout camp that have been, moments where you're like, okay, I can see that he's got it, against pressure today when they put the pads on. I mean, the O-line was holding as much as they could, but I think the defensive line had a little more on them, a little more pressure, and those pockets were collapsing, and the quarterbacks were sticking in there.
So you was paying attention like I was paying attention.
I knew you were going to say something like that.
So I'll continue to let you tell the people what you saw. Who stood out for you on defense? Just camp-wise.
Yeah.
You have to be today.
I am so fascinated by the defense because Brandon Staley is going to come in, and he's implementing the 3-4. First time we've seen it since the Dome Patrol in the 1990s, early 90s. It's very different than what Saints fans have seen for a while. The players have been used to with Dennis Allen being the defensive coordinator and then head coach for so long. And I love the versatility that it provides. Right. You have those 3 down linemen and then the 2 linebackers on the outside, 2 in the inside. And then in the backfield, it's going to be really fun to watch those players fly around. And today, Julian Blackmon got reps as a starting safety. He just got signed last week on the opposite side of Justin Reed. And then from there, Alontae Taylor, Kool-Aid McKinstry, and it's been Isaac Yadam that's been on the other side for the corners. Kool-Aid has really had a very strong camp so far.
Yes,
so
indeed.
I'm excited about that because cornerback was a position that we definitely need to take a step up in, losing Paulson Adebo and Marshawn Lattimore last year. But on that line, Carl Granderson has been standing out. He talked about today how he is slim and trim like a bicycle rim. I don't know the analogy. I'm not sure, like a bicycle rim, like that's what you want as a football player, but he said he's 270, he's got a 6-pack again, and he is moving quick, and that's what you want to see. He said they're going to be out there as a defensive line. The mentality is to crush and kill everything. So I like it. I mean, we were 31st against the run last year, so something has to change in that regard, and hopefully the scheme is going to help.
This is true. If y'all just tuning in to Inside the Trenches, we're joined by Erin Summers. Be sure to follow her on Instagram at EE Summers, Saints team reporter, studio host for the Pels as well. Getting around, working around the organization and doing an excellent job. We talk about guys on the defense, and Tyron just recently retired, so it's good we have Julian in the building now. But the guys up front, when me and CL was making our way to the media room, we spoke with Godchild. We saw his family out there. He had his gazillion kids out there. And his wife, like, hold on, let's saw some more 92 jerseys.
Of course.
One that's not in the pro store just yet.
That's what I'm saying.
All of them there.
So, and he's like, man, what's up, Big Fade? Man, we got to get me on the show. And you know, we just kind of chopped it up a little bit. But that's one area that looks really stout, the defensive line. And Luda, inside the trenches, what you think about that rotation with the interior guys?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like Godchild's going to be the starting nose tackle there. And then behind him, Colin Saunders. On either side, Carl Granderson, Chase Young, another. I mean, talk about just phenomenal talent on the outside there. And then you have Cam Jordan behind him, Brian Brzee, somebody that they're working in as well. So they have a lot of talent, and especially when you kind of pare it down to just 3 guys, you're going to be able to rotate people in and out a lot. So I think you're going to be able to maintain the athleticism, the speed from start to finish, because you're going to rotate a lot of guys in and out.
I'm enjoying this football conversation, and we do got to get you back on here before you leave. We're not about to have you go yet, but I want to switch gears a bit. We've been mentioning Pelicans, and I don't get a chance to attend a lot of now. CL, he's always at the Pelicans games.
I know,
but
I saw his
keychain. You
see
him right now?
Yeah.
He would have been Pell out today. That's just usually his deal. But I am excited.
I felt a little guardly today because I almost saw guard out there on that field.
Yeah, it was hello somebody. I'm excited from what I see from the exterior. Joe Dumars, what he's done thus far. Louisiana guy, understands the culture. Our draft picks. I didn't get a chance to watch all the summer league games, but just from what you saw this summer, what you think about the young team?
Yeah, I think that the fan base was ready for a change, and I think that a change was needed. And going out and getting Joe Dumars, somebody who's been in the league office for a while and been able to watch what all the other teams are doing and how they operate at a very high level, and being on the inside, I think helps. He can draw from that for sure. And he made a big splash in the draft, and people had their opinions about whether it was good or not, but he is all in on this team being good this next season, and he believes in it. And unfortunately, you have Derek Queen, who got injured during summer league, so he's going to be out for at least 3 months. That was a tough blow, because that's who you really invested a lot in to move up in the draft for. So that was tough, and he was playing pretty well. He is somebody that's going to have to really focus in on his conditioning. He's a bigger guy, and he dropped a lot of weight between high school and college, and he's going to have to figure out how to maintain that through this injury as well, although it's just a thumb. So hopefully he can still get out there and run. Maybe. I don't know. Like, just put some bubble wrap on it in case you fall.
Stay conditioned, right.
But Jeremiah Fears is somebody that really pops. You picked him 7th overall in the draft. He is definitely a true point guard, and he is so quick, and he can get to the hoop. So he's going to be really fun to watch. And then you went out and you got Jordan Poole, Kayvon Looney. You know, those guys will probably start to start the season as well. So you have a big center, and then you have Sadiq Bey, who's coming in as well in that trade with the Warriors. So it's a lot of new pieces, and it's going to depend on how they all come together. But Dumars has said he wants them to be physical, wants them to be fast and play in transition and really just put pressure on defenses. And I think we need a little more physicality. The Pelicans, I mean, Coach Green said it a lot last year, were soft last season.
Yeah, this is true.
Well, yeah, you know, we are the nicest team in the NBA. I think Summer League was the first time I ever saw, well, not ever, but first time I saw it in a couple of years, we actually got a technical foul.
Fears. He got teed up every game.
Yeah.
Like, so he's a talker, and he brings it, and it's fine. I like it. You can turn somebody down easier than you can turn them up, right? So, like, you bring that fire and that intensity, especially he's 18. You know,
youngest cat in the building.
It's crazy, and because he reclassified. He reclassified to get into college early.
Reclassified.
Yeah, so he's like Cooper Flagg, and age-wise, a lot younger.
Yeah, basketball, they get him out there. You know,
well, we all have our opinion about the retainment of Coach Willie Green. What is yours?
Well, I work for the team, so
hello, somebody.
Not give you everything about how I feel about all of it, but I do think that he's deserving of another chance with the way things happened last year with the injuries. I mean, it would have been hard for anybody to have success with as many injuries as often. It wasn't like they just missed people for a couple months. I mean, it was throughout the season that people were out. And the way they were planning on playing shifted from really opening night when DeJounte Murray goes out with a broken hand.
That's right. And it was just like downhill.
They put a lot into needing a point guard and somebody to run the offense, and then you lose them. And then you are going to go play small ball, and Yves Missi emerges as somebody that could actually play. So you kind of change the dynamic of the team, and it was constantly evolving throughout the season. Coach Green has 1 more year on his contract. So Dumars comes in, and he's basically saying, show me what you got,
Like a
earn your
prove it,
job.
yeah.
Like,
Pretty much.
and we'll see what happens. So, I mean, Willie Green was out there the entire summer league, sat next to Dumars on the baseline every game. I mean, he's here, he's invested, and I think he wants the challenge.
Yeah, in the Saints draft room, I saw him ducked off.
Yeah,
So they're embracing it. So yeah, that's cool to hear that the team is going in the right direction.
Yep.
It really is. So we played a little game on Inside the Trenches.
You didn't tell me about this part.
Yeah, sure. I left that out the script. I did. Yeah, you wanted to come natural, and we have a few minutes here, so we might as well. So we play a game of this or that.
Okay.
Now you come from North Carolina,
Yes.
so I know have Bojangles and all that out there. They got some
Are
good
you
food
originally
out there.
from North Carolina?
Oh yeah. Where you from? Question.
Well,
I mean, I'm originally from California, but I
Okay.
only lived
What
there
part?
till San Diego area.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, cool,
But I only
yeah.
lived there till I was 6, so I can't really, claim
Well,
it.
couple holidays you go back visit
Yeah,
family out there.
How
So-
long have you been in New Orleans?
This is going into my 5th year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is
Oh,
this is
we
appropriate.
got it.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it.
Jambalaya or gumbo?
Gumbo.
Okay. All right.
East Bank or West Bank?
I don't know the difference.
Oh,
We gonna get you together.
Oh,
It's okay.
it's all right.
It's okay.
That's okay. That's okay. Okay.
I'm really bad with directions. Like still to this day,
That's
like I pull
understandable.
up my GPS to get to
Yeah,
the
this-
facility. So I'm like, I don't know what bank's what. I don't know
Well,
if there's a river, lake.
Feel good
like,
about that because there's no north and south in New
Right.
Orleans.
It's
Okay.
So
just
it's
west.
yeah. So
So when you cross the river, you're on the west bank. Come cross, you back on the east bank. All right.
Okay.
So I got one. Mardi Gras or Jazz Fest?
Ooh. I mean, I love Mardi Gras.
I
It's
know
a
you
good
do.
time. Unfortunately, covering the Pelicans, so doing the studio hosting stuff, they are out of town, but I still have to work.
That's right.
So it kind of puts a damper on my parading, but I definitely go to both. I do some Mardi Gras and always hit Jazz Fest too. It's a lot of fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Saints or Pelicans?
Ooh.
man.
That's he keep bringing them.
All right, I will say whoever is getting me a bonus at the end of the season.
Come on, somebody. I like that answer. That's the answer of the
'cause,
night
you
right
know,
there.
We haven't been to the playoffs in a minute,
Yeah, you're
but we
right.
get to the playoffs and I get a bonus. So
Come on.
who's
Hey,
going to
well,
get me there this
write it
year?
in.
I mean,
That's right.
that's a good way of looking
I
at
like
it.
that.
I love it. Okay.
He's really been taking all of mine, so that's why I've been coming up with things just at the last moment.
You've been rolling though.
You've been taking.
You I'm trying to think of a really good one.
Uh-oh.
Oh man.
Okay. Perline candy
Mhm.
or beignets?
Oh, beignets. For
Okay,
sure.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah. But you just got to make sure like you don't sit right there on the water because then like the wind comes and it blows all the powdered sugar. Like if you go to the
This is
one
true.
by Jackson Square,
Oh yeah, well, you gotta cover
Oh,
it
no,
up
we
out
got-
there. That
we
wind.
got some
Yeah, okay.
outside.
Okay, we got time for one.
Right.
Go ahead.
Both UNC Hall of Famer, Michael Jordan or Lawrence Taylor.
See, now you're going football, basketball. See, LT's the real LT. Like, you know,
for sure.
LaDainian Tomlinson came along and people forgot about Lawrence Taylor. And he was just an amazing football player.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you got to go with Jordan just because of what he's done, how he changed the game, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about the new head coach Bill Belichick at your alma mater?
See, this is the first question people usually ask me
Yeah,
once
I
they
was
find
hoping-
out
yeah,
I
I
went
was
to
hoping-
UNC.
You know it was coming. It was coming.
You know.
I was surprised originally with the hire because you go from Mac Brown to Bill Belichick, and when you're worried about like the age of one coach, and then you go to one that's also old, like no, they both had a lot of success.
Right.
But then when you add in Jordan Hudson, the girlfriend, that's when things get dicey.
Yeah. Wasn't it like a report where like they didn't want her to come around to?
Yeah, and then
It
they
came to a
had,
head quick.
yeah, they had the players having to come out and say, no, we don't see her around. She's not around, and it's just been quiet for a little while now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, maybe that was just this.
Oh, well, football season
Storm.
about to kick
Oh,
back
yeah.
off. So I don't know. Hopefully it
Well,
stays
yeah,
quiet.
We'll
Well,
see.
well, thank you so much for coming on
Yeah.
the show. Your story was very motivating as well. So one thing we like to do here, that's your camera right there. If it's a young lady, a young journalist
Yeah.
out there that's trying to be where you at, what bit of advice you have for her?
I always say just to make sure that you show every day that you deserve to be here. And that's in your preparation, the way you carry yourself and what you do. Don't be intimidated by these guys, because you definitely deserve to be in whatever spot you want to be, whether it's on camera, behind the camera, scouting, coaching, whatever it is. You work hard, take advantage of your opportunities, and just be confident.
Well, she's Erin Summers. Great message. Again,
Great
team
message.
reporter, studio host. You could be that too. So y'all
Yeah.
keep
Ladies
your eyes on the
watching,
prize.
believe that.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
For
got
the Saints
ladies
and the
watching.
Pels. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Erin, y'all remember, follow her at EE Summers on Instagram.
Thank you,
so much for
guys.
being on the
Thank
show.
you so much.
Well, y'all don't go nowhere. We're going to have little Chris come back and join us.
Oh,
And we're
little
going to go around the league, baby. We're going to talk a little Saints, a little bit more Saints, and a couple more things here on Inside the Trenches. It's Inside the Trenches right here on ESPN Baton Rouge. Y'all don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. Peace.
Inside the Trenches.